So, welcome to this student interview. Today, I'm joined by Sebastian, who put his trust and faith into us at the end of November, right, bro?
Yeah,
And
end of
now,
November.
here, 3 or 4 months later, it's going pretty well. You actually crossed the $10,000 mark, $10,000 per month, actually, in the middle of January, right? So around like 2 months after you joined, which is incredibly fast and pretty well done, right? So I think this interview is pretty cool for people just to get to know you better, your story, some tips and tricks, and hopefully people can learn something from this interview. So yeah, bro, I kind of just introduced you a bit. Feel free to give us some insights to who Sebastian is.
Yeah, so as Fredrik said, my name is Sebastian, Sebastian Strøm, from Norway. I'm 23 years old now. I've been in like the business world since 2021. I run my own clothing brand for a while. Just haven't really put that much effort into it as I probably should have. But it has been doing pretty decent still. Um, I think from like 2021 to 2023, mid 2023, I was like, I thought I was hustling, like fucking grinding. I was like, oh, I'm so fucking hardworking, but really I was just laying in bed all fucking day, just scrolling and like, oh, I'm a fucking beast. I have a clothing brand. And then I think, fuck yeah, I just think I got like fucking depressed mid 2023 from because I am I what's it called? I understood that I'm a fucking loser just laying in bed thinking I'm the shit, even though I'm not. So I got depressed for a while, I think. Then like mid 2023 to 20 end of 2023, before I joined, I was like, fuck, I have to do something now. I can't let time fucking fly by. Every day I'm getting closer to dying, and that's just a fact. So I was scrolling TikTok or Instagram one day, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" It's like this Danish guy. He looks pretty cute, but he seems kind of fishy. But I booked a call, had a fucking great call with Sebastian from the from Short Form Society. Maybe it was the name that sold me, or
Probably.
maybe it was the conversation. But I ended up joining Short Form Society, which was a fucking great decision. After I joined, I got like a super good fucking motivation. I was like working probably around, and actually working deep work probably around at least 10 hours, like average every day, and actually like working for a whole December. I think I took time off on Christmas Eve and on yeah, that was basically the only time I took off. I had because I started getting results pretty fast. I started getting clients. I think I landed the 2 clients in the first week after joining, around there. So that's like when I really like understood that okay, there's potential here. So I just had to fucking go hard as shit. And yeah, when I landed the first clients, I probably had like fucking hourly rate of like $5 an hour. For the clients, I did fucking shit tons of work. But I worked all day and I didn't really earn shit for the first 2-3 weeks, which is not a long time, of course. But just worked a lot. Then focused on like delivering results for the clients. Started upselling. Started getting pretty good results pretty fast on the content part and on the results part with the client acquisition for the clients. And yeah, I think it was mid-January when I, as you said, did my first 10K. Now I just actually yesterday broke 25K like in total. So that's 25K in what, 3 months or something like that,
Yep.
which is decent. Um,
Decent.
need to get that on a monthly basis, then I'll be more happy. But I don't know if I will be at this point. No, but yeah, that's like the short story of how I got here now. Business wise, I just hired my first full-time employee. I did it when because I was mastermind with you boys in Cyprus, which was fucking great. Got some really good insight on how I should do that. And fucking a day after I hired him full time, now we're gonna scale hard and hopefully cross 25K monthly revenue in May is what I'm projecting.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I think it's a sick story, like from the clothing brand, and then not like kind of like riding the wave of like feeling like you're an entrepreneur. You know,
Yeah.
everyone knows that, oh, he's the
Yeah.
shit because he got a clothing brand, and then still feeling that you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
And then realizing that you have to do something, and then taking like immediate action, working extremely hard, over delivering for your clients, really fast at upselling them, delivering great results. They're
Yeah.
happy, they're happily paying, using the testimonials and cases you got from the good result, showing them to new clients. And then you're just really good at scaling now, and then like super fast full-time hire so that you freeze up your own time so that you can do the things that you're good at. And then, as you said, now it's like clockwork, right? Like, you know that you'll probably hit 25K in May if you keep it up. The client acquisition part, happy clients, both clients, but also probably your first full-time employees, probably also pretty happy. So,
Yeah.
like, sick
Yeah, for
story.
sure.
I think the
Yeah, and
main, I think I have a question for you, bro, because I think one of the things throughout this your story of yours is like you take super fast decisions and then you just do it.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
said like this fucker popped up on my feed, I booked a call, I did it, and then I got clients after 2 weeks. Do you have a tip
Yeah.
for people that is like sitting out there and also wondering to take a decision, whether it's just to start a business or whatever it is, go to the gym or like whatever it is? Like, do you have any tip in terms of like doing things fast, even though that it's very uncomfortable and you haven't tried it before?
Yeah, I mean, before I answer that, I think I want to like touch a little bit upon what you said about riding the wave, that you're like, oh, you think you're doing something. And I swear I see so many people doing that. There's like, oh, you know, I joined short form society, so now, you know, now I'll get the fucking 10K next month just for free, you know. And so many people are like, they think they are doing much more than they're actually doing. People wake up and they like, oh, you know, my schedule is I wake up, I go to the gym, then I work for 10 hours, but really they probably like at least maybe they work like 3 hours and not fucking 10 hours, you know. So I think like first of all, it's so fucking important that you actually know how fucking lazy you are. Because when you know how lazy you are, then you know how easy it is to fix it. Just don't be lazy. Um, and in regards to the question you just asked about taking decisions, it's just about realizing that every single minute you waste is fucking gone. Like it'll never come back. And especially like with clients, you never know if you have a possibility in front of you, like for instance starting a business or whatever it is. It's like if you don't take that opportunity when you have it in front of you, maybe it won't be there, you know. It might drive off to someone else will take that opportunity and it'll be gone. So it's just about fucking doing things ASAP, just fucking get it done. And there's just fucking do it. It really isn't that much more to it. You just have to fucking do it. And it's like the same thing as if I have like, and I think this is something that I also have gained a lot from is if I have like a meeting, if I'm just doing outreach to get potential clients, maybe they'll answer me in like 1 hour and they're like, oh, when can you do a meeting? I'm like, right now. I'm up right now, or whenever your time is when it fits ASAP.
Yeah.
And I think that's also like just fucking be like that proactive guy that's just like, okay, right now. And it's the same now with the clients that I have. I'm like, call me if there's something, like I'll prioritize you. I don't give a fuck if I'm not at the office. Just call me if there's something that you're struggling with. If there's something, because results is the most important thing. I don't give a fuck if I lose 1 hour sleep if we get better results. I can like, I think that's like also a really important thing, is just putting your head down and fucking doing the work. And I think that's also something that I see a lot of people are doing. They're afraid of doing the hard work. And of course, I've been blessed. I have had a good timing in the market, of course. I feel like, and also like good foundations to get where I am now as quickly as I have. But still, it's also like just a small thing that like back to in December, whole December, I just worked so cheap. I just worked. literally worked so fucking long days. I didn't sleep. I just went to the gym to keep my mental space fucking sharp. And then I just worked. And it cost me our relationship as well, which was like, it was like, fuck, because when I like started working, I was like, okay, I love fucking working. And I just noticed that I prioritized that more than my current girlfriend at that stage. I was like, okay, if you can't support me doing this, then that's just bad timing, I guess. But I gotta like prioritize the business now. So what the fuck was I even saying? Yeah, I don't know if that made sense. I don't know. I think I lost
It
track
makes
of
good
where I was.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense, and I like the way how you like flipped my question, because a lot of people they answer it with like what motivates them, you know. So, oh, I started my business because of this, or I started my business
yeah,
because I wanted to travel or make this kind of money. Where for you it was like I think you're like me. It's like the other way around. You know, it's like, what if I don't do it? What if I
yeah,
have the feeling of regret? What if I don't say yes to this opportunity? What if I don't get the most of my 20s when I have no obligations or a wife or a family or these kind of things, right? So I think it's very good to be like driven by those, and then just like putting it in a ton of effort in the beginning, because that's what, like, very true, right? Because like everyone saw that he joined short form society. 2 months later, the guy was doing $10,000 per month, but no one saw that the guy joined short form society, lost his girlfriend in the meantime, didn't get much sleep, worked all day, and fucking were available 24/7 for his first few clients and these kind of people, right? So I think it's very good that people can like get this harsh reality of that it's fucking tough to start a business. But I also guarantee you, Seb, that you will be way happier about your own story than if you got it handed to you, right? Because now
yeah,
you feel fucking proud of yourself, you know? And that feeling of that you have like built it up because you know you're that guy that fucking works, gets his stuff done. Now he's making the amount of money that he's making at that age.
yeah.
Like, sky's the
And
limit.
it's so important about like building the momentum. It's just like when it's so fucking important. When I like started getting those clients in, I was like, oh, I'm such a fucking beast. I'm such a fucking beast. I'm such a fucking beast. And I know we talk a lot about like being delusional and shit, but I kind of frame it the way that I think you should be a little bit delusional, because
Yeah.
I'm delusional as fuck. I'm like every day I like tell myself like, oh, I'm the fucking man. And I did that like before I was the man, even though I'm not the man yet, but keep telling myself that. And if you keep telling yourself that, I think you'll eventually become the man. And just as you also talk a lot about, it's like you have to you have to you have to become the person that can do these kind of things. You
Yeah.
can't just get the things. You have to like actually become the guy that can do them. Just keep telling yourself that you're him, and then you'll eventually become him, and just do what he would do. If you want to make 25K, you have to do the things that this guy that's making 25K is doing, which I think is really fucking important.
Exactly. And the person that makes 25K probably has an employee and they probably work long hours. They probably have an office. They probably prioritize work before anything else in order to make 5x what the normal person in Norway makes, right? So I think
Yeah,
you're on track, bro. And I think it's very, very cool. And I think it is good to be a little bit delusional. And I think like that confidence, I think you have it. I have it. Most of the people that you see succeed fast with things, they just have an underlying high bar of confidence that they kind of like
yeah,
build off upon. I think that was also some of the things that me and the team talked about with you, that we just gave you the right tools and then just kind of like flipped your mindset a bit, and then you just like had that high confidence and like, fuck,
yeah,
if a client wants to do a call now, I'll just do it. I haven't
yeah.
prepared
No,
anything. I don't even know if they're ready. I'll just do the call because you have a mindset of it will probably work out, right?
yeah, for sure. And it's also like I think that confidence part is so fucking important, and that's also what I noticed from like my first clients. It was like, okay, this is my first client. He's like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? I'm like, of course I can do that shit. What the fuck? And I was like, oh, can I do this? Or like, I'll figure it out. Like, give
Yeah.
me like a week. I'll be an expert on this shit. So that's also, I think, really important. Like, you just have to go out there and you'll figure it out like eventually.
Yep.
Just gotta jump into it. And there's a lot of things, like a lot of services that I now deliver to the clients that I have no clue or knew I didn't know how I should deliver them, but I
Of
just
course.
okay, I'll do it.
Yep.
Now I figured out how to do it, because just if you analyze that, like, okay, you need, like, I need to sell this product, okay, sell it, and then figure out how to actually deliver the product in a proper way.
Exactly. Only
But
way to get good at something in life, right? Like just by doing
yeah,
it. You can read
yeah,
everything about sales, but where you really learn something about sales is when you're on sales calls.
yeah, for sure, 100%. So I think that's a really important part. And also, like, back to the confidence thing, I think if there's something that, like, people that are watching this can take from it, is also go to the fucking gym. Like, I've been to the gym now,
Yeah,
probably fucking 5 days a week since for 8 years or something, and it builds so fucking strong confidence. And it's about, like, stacking wins. You know, you're him, you're him, you're him. You do what you tell yourself that you're gonna be doing, and just every single day. Like, if you go to the gym for 8 fucking years every single day, and you every single session you push fucking hard, do the leg days that you don't want to do, you don't skip them, and just push hard, that builds insanely confidence. And I think people that, like, business owners that don't fucking take care of their health won't be here in a couple of years, because they'll be burnt out and just, yeah, gonna be laying in bed all day. And that's also
exactly.
something that I think it really builds, like, stamina, doing something like that for a long time. And I think that's because now a lot of people are, like, telling me, like, oh, you can't work this much, you're gonna be like, I don't know if you say this in English, but, like, you're gonna be hitting the wall,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
run into a wall. And like, I swear people tell me this every single day, and I'm like, I don't think that wall exists if you can just fucking run through it. If you're that strong, like, mentally,
Yeah.
and just have the stamina to do it. So yeah, go to the gym.
Go gym. But I
Yes,
think like
sir.
it's such an underrated advice, because I think when people they go out and they like search up stuff on self-development and business and becoming a better person and all things, it's always like so complicated. Like you have to do 10 things at once, and it just always turns into a bad experience. But literally,
Yeah,
if they can just live a few months like you did, just full focus on gym and health, make sure that your mind and body is in a great state, and then all the other time that you have in the day, you put it into something of your own, a business. Doesn't matter what business, doesn't matter what skill, as long as you
yeah,
just do that. And if you just stick to those two things for a long enough period of time, and you combine it with a little bit of trending service, good market, good network, good sales abilities, decent confidence, you can literally do anything in the world, right? Like the competition these days is very, very low. So I think it's
yeah,
a very good tip and very underrated, because I completely agree.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's sick. Perfect, bro.
I think,
Do you have anything you want to add before we wrap it off?
yeah, probably something.
Good.
I think, what the fuck was I gonna say? I was thinking about something. Yeah, I wanted to, like, touch a little bit upon, um, like, being consistent just fucking in life, and the opportunities that, like, we have. And of course, I can only talk for myself. I'm 23 years old now. You're young as shit as well. And it's like, it's cliche to say, but I think this is a point that I really want to, like, put out there, is, especially if you're young, and I know there's probably a lot of young people watching this, like, you can legit do every single thing that you want in life. Imagine in 25 years when we're, like, starting to turn 50. Like, that's a fucking long time. 25 years of working hard every single fucking day. Bro, you can legit do anything you want. Like, if you can do absolutely anything you want. Like, the person that's watching this can become like fucking Elon Musk if you want. It's 25 years is a fucking long time. And I think people often say that, like, they underestimate what they can do in a year, and they overestimate what they can do in a week. Isn't it something like that people say? And I think that's fucking important also. Just, you don't have to, if you're a guy or a girl that lays in bed all day now, is you're like, oh, I'm a hardworking person, but you know that you're not. Just start, like, building habits. Just start building the right habits, and just start start small, get into it, be consistent as be consistent at be consistent as fuck, and just start building that foundation in life in general, because you can do whatever you want, but it's just about showing up every single day. I think that's really fucking important.
I very much agree and completely agree with you can do anything. And I think it's also easy for you and I to say, Seb, because we've seen some of this world now, the money that there is, like
Yeah,
and we're also addicted to this process of just like getting better, because as you
yeah,
said, I'll maybe do 25K in May, but it doesn't stop there, like there's
yeah,
always just like a new level with new shit that you have to figure out, get through. And
yeah,
but because you have this underlying foundation of a belief that is like it worked out before, it will probably work out again. And with that mindset, you can do anything, right? You become the next Elon, whatever it is you want to do. So I think it's a really good note to kind of like wrap it off with. It's just like find something that builds your discipline, put your
yeah,
time and energy into a high income skill, go out there and
yeah,
then just do it every single day until you throw up almost. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
until it doesn't work, because it will work. That is the cool thing,
yeah,
is that if you can't lose if you don't quit, right?
yeah, for sure. That's the fucking negative part about this journey. It's like when I like started out, I actually remember, and this is also something I need to add is I started journaling when after my first call with Sebastian, when I like fucking joined, like the first day. I have it in my book. I wrote in 2024, I just want one 10K month. Like that's all I want. Just 1 month of 10K. And the first month of 2024 was 10K. And now I'm like 10K is so low. I feel bad almost about having 10K now. And that's a negative part. Negative part is when when you break the paradigm that you're in and you like see how fucking big the world is and just look around, like when you like go in a big town, you can like see like a hundred of buildings. And it's like, who the fuck owns all of these? Like when we were in Cyprus, fucking 20 villas just in line there. Who the fuck owns them? There's so much money like just fluctuating around in the world, and it's literally it's easy to make money. It really is easy, at least simple
Yep.
to do it.
I agree. Find something that people want to pay for. You and I, we bring businesses more revenue through taking care of their marketing strategy, right? Which is a pretty big pain remover, which is something that people want to pay money for because it's cheaper to pay you and I than to go out and do it themselves, to hire something full
Yeah,
time or whatever it is. So I think it's
yeah,
like and a really good note to add. And I think, bro, just be really good at like still striving, be very, very, very hungry for more, and then be really good at like sometimes just like sitting down, reflect, look back at how far you came, and then you will also feel very, very grateful and proud of yourself for like reaching the milestones that you've hit. And in my opinion, that is like what works for me. It's like always wanting to do more and better stuff because I've seen what it does to me as a person, my family, the people around me, my team. But also sometimes just like on a Sunday, like just sit back, fucking damn, man, like look at this
yeah,
view, like we made it.
yeah, yeah,
And then Monday hits and then it's like back on track, baby. Okay.
yeah. Sure,
So there's some
sure.
good stuff. Do you have anything you want to
Good
add,
stuff.
Seb?
I think I added a lot here. So
That's good. We need that. I think it was a
yeah,
sick interview. If you're watching this on YouTube or wherever this has been uploaded, I will just leave a link to all Seb's social accounts. You can go follow him and his journey. I know that you'll be sharing a lot more, Seb.
yeah,
So if you want to follow someone that is actually like building in public, building his company, check Sebastian out. And I think if they have any questions, Seb, about entrepreneurship, short form society, agency sales, confidence, gym, I think you're only one question away, right?
yeah. Of course, send me a message. I'm always available on Instagram. So
That's sick. And if you want to learn more about short form society, there's also some links below this video, either to the training video, an interview with the team, or whatever. And I think that is it from me and Seb. A banger interview. I learned something. Seb learned something. And if you watched it till the end, you definitely learned something. So thanks
for
again,
sure.
Seb. Thanks again, brother.
Thank you so much for the time.